Trying to sell your current home and buy your next one at the same time in Metro Atlanta can feel like a lot. Most homeowners are not just asking, can I do it? They're asking, how do I do it without ending up homeless, rushed, or financially stretched? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to approach both sides of the move in a calm, strategic way so you can protect your equity, reduce stress, and make smart decisions from start to finish. If you're a move-up seller, downsizer, relocating homeowner, or just trying to make your next step make sense, this is for you. And before we jump in, if you're thinking about buying, selling, or moving anywhere in Metro Atlanta, I'd love to help. Every week, people just like you reach out because they're trying to figure out how to time their move, what their home may be worth, and how to make the numbers work without unnecessary chaos. If that sounds like where you are right now, you can reach out through the information in the description. I'm Nakia Moore with Nakia Sells Atlanta, and my goal is to help you sell with clarity and move with confidence. The first thing I want you to know is this. Selling and buying at the same time is very common, but it needs a plan. A lot of homeowners assume they have to either sell first and risk not finding the right next home, or buy first and risk carrying two homes at once. In reality, there are several ways to structure the move, and the right one depends on your finances, your flexibility, and how competitive your price point is in Metro Atlanta. This is not a one-size-fits-all situation. One reason this feels so stressful is because you're managing two major decisions at once. You're trying to maximize the sale of your current home while also making a strong, smart decision about the next one. That means emotions can run high, timelines can feel tight, and one side of the transaction can affect the other. So the goal is not perfection. The goal is having a strategy before you go live. Let's start with the biggest mistake I see homeowners make. They begin browsing homes online before they really understand what their current home can likely sell for, what they may net, and what monthly payment feels comfortable on the next purchase. That can create false expectations and wasted time. You may fall in love with a home that doesn't fit your real numbers, or delay getting your current home ready because you're distracted by the buy side. The smarter move is to start with clarity. Step one is knowing your real sell side picture, not the number you hope for and not the highest number you saw online. I'm talking about what your home is likely to sell for in today's market, how much work it may need before listing, how long it could realistically take to get under contract, and what your estimated net proceeds may be after closing costs and mortgage payoff. That number drives everything. If you're selling in places like West End, Oakland City, East Point, or Hapeville, your pricing strategy and buyer pool may look different than if you're selling in Sandy Springs, Brookhaven, Chamblee, North Fulton, or Buckhead. Different price points attract different types of buyers, and that affects timeline, showing activity, and negotiation leverage. Some homes move quickly if they're positioned well. Others need more prep, sharper pricing, or stronger presentation to stand out. That is why local strategy matters so much. Once you understand the sell side, step two is understanding your buy side comfort zone. That means talking through your ideal monthly payment, your down payment option, your cash needed to close, and how much flexibility you really have. Some homeowners think if I sell for this amount, I can afford anything up to that number, but that's not how it works in real life. Your next move has to make sense not just on paper, but in your day-to-day budget and lifestyle. Now let's talk about timing, because this is what most people are worried about. There are usually three main ways homeowners handle this move. The first is selling first, then buying. The second is buying first, then selling. The third is coordinating both sides as closely as possible with protections built into the contract. Selling first is often the safest financial option. It gives you clarity on your proceeds, removes the pressure of carrying two homes, and helps you shop for the next property with real numbers instead of guesses. The downside is that you may need temporary housing, a rent back, or a flexible closing timeline if you do not find your next home right away. For many homeowners, this is the most stable path, but it requires a plan for the in-between. Buying first can work, but only for certain people. This usually makes the most sense if you have strong savings, enough income to qualify while still owning your current home, or a financing solution that supports the transition. The benefit is convenience. You can move on your own schedule and avoid the pressure of making a rushed purchase after your home sells. The risk is that you carry more financial exposure if your current home doesn't sell as quickly as expected, or if it sells for less than planned. The third option is the one a lot of Atlanta homeowners hope for, and that is syncing both sides together. This can look like listing your home, getting it under contract, and then writing an offer on the next one with timing that lines up as closely as possible. When this works, it feels beautiful. When you already know your numbers, your home is market ready, and your next purchase strategy is realistic. Hope alone is not the strategy here. A big question I get is, should I wait to list until I find the next home? Usually that is not the strongest move. In most cases, your current home is your leverage. It gives you equity, negotiating power, and a real timeline. So without that piece in motion, you may be shopping too early and making decisions without a firm foundation. Another question is, can I make an offer contingent on selling my home? Yes, sometimes you can, but it depends on the market, the price point, and the seller on the other side. In a slower or more balanced market situation, like what we're in right now, a home sale contingency may be workable. In a more competitive situation, it can make your offer less attractive. That is why preparation matters. The stronger and cleaner your current home situation is, the stronger your position is when it's time to buy. Let's talk about what makes this process smoother. Number one is preparing your current home before you need to panic. Declutter early, take care of repairs, think about paint and presentation, and get your home into a condition where you are not scrambling later. Number two is getting lender clarity early if you're also buying. You need to know what you can do before you're emotionally attached to a property. Number three is building a move plan before you list. That includes where you want to go, what neighborhoods fit your next season, what kind of home you want next, and what your non-negotiables are. For example, if you're moving from East Point to Brookhaven, or from Buckhead to North Fulton, or downsizing from Sandy Springs into something easier to maintain, each move comes with different trade-offs. Commute, lifestyle, taxes, maintenance, school preferences, and home style all matter. The clearer you are, the better decisions you make. Now let's clear up a misconception. A lot of homeowners think they need to find the perfect next house before they sell. That idea sounds comforting, but it can actually trap you. It keeps you from getting your current home positioned properly, and it can cause you to hesitate when a good next option appears, because you still do not fully know your sale timeline. In most cases, progress beats perfect timing. Another misconception is that selling and buying at the same time has to feel chaotic. It does not. Stress usually comes from lack of preparation, unclear numbers, unrealistic expectations, or waiting too long to start planning. Know your likely sale price, your estimated net, your lending options, and your move priorities, the process becomes much more manageable. Especially important for move-up sellers and downsizers. Move-up sellers are often trying to use built-up equity to get better space, a better layout, a better school zone, or a different part of Metro Atlanta that better fits their life now. Downsizers are often trying to reduce maintenance, lower overhead, simplify life, or move closer to what matters most in their next chapter. Groups benefit from a calm, structured plan instead of reacting on the fly. Relocating family moving within Metro Atlanta, this matters too. A local move can look easy from the outside, but it still involves schools, commute changes, fit, and timing around everyday life, moving from a historic in-town area to a more suburban feel, or from a larger suburban home back into something closer to the city. Either way, your move deserves the same level of strategy as any big relocation. Here's the framework I'd want you to think through. First, what can your current home likely sell for now? Second, make it competitive. Third, what do you expect from the sale? Fourth, what would the next home realistically cost you each month? And fifth, what timing structure gives you the most peace and the least risk? Answer those 5 questions, you are already ahead of most homeowners. That is when your next decision starts to feel grounded instead of emotional. You can build the right sequence, whether that means selling first, buying first, or coordinating both sides together. The point is to create the right move for you. You're wondering, can I sell and buy at the same time in Metro Atlanta? The answer is yes, absolutely. People do it all the time. But the smoothest moves happen when the sale and the purchase are treated like one connected strategy. That is how you reduce chaos, protect your equity, and move forward with confidence. The next video you should watch is Buckhead versus Sandy Springs versus Brookhaven, where move-up buyers get the best lifestyle for their money. That will help you compare 3 popular Metro Atlanta areas if you're trying to figure out where to go next after you sell. It'll be out in the next week or so. I'll link it here on the screen and down in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.